This is a quick video tutorial on some data analysis techniques. To help us, I created some data for analysis right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify the minimum and the maximum value of this data. We're going to use the min and the max functions. So I've created a new section. And so let's just start off with the max. I'm going to store the maximum value in a variable. So that's a start. If I run this, you see that it finds the maximum value 1.6841, and we wonder, well, did it do a good job? And you can eyeball it and say, yeah, but a nicer thing to do perhaps is to plot it and just see. So I'll add to this line 11 here. We'll also plot a line that spans the t range, and it will occur at the maximum value we found. So for this new line that we're going to add, we just need 2 points, so the beginning and the end points in t, and then we're going to use the y max value twice, and you'll see what happens. We put in this line here, and it's starting to look like, yeah, we actually did find the maximum. It's a nice visual confirmation. And I might also make that red line dashed. Okay, so there's that. The other thing, though, is you might want to identify the x-coordinate. So I would like to mark in my plot, and I want to identify the time at which this function reaches its maximum value. So what I'll do is I'll type help max, and you'll start to see different ways this can be called. Here, see, we just did the basic call, which probably comes first here, m max. Okay, it's the largest element of vector x. Fine. There's another call, mi equals max. So this returns the indices corresponding to the maximum values. So let's just try this. Instead of just y max, I'll put here another variable. It's an optional argument, and when I run this, you see that it got me y max is 1.68, okay, and then there's the index max, which is 43. And watch what happens here if I put y 43, I get the maximum value. So watch what happens if I go 44, 44th element, it's slightly lower than the max, and the 42nd element also slightly lower than the maximum value, as you can see there. So now it's telling me the 44th element of y is, actually I guess it's the 43rd element of y is the maximum value. That's what it's showing here. And so we can just then take the 43rd element of t, and so we'll put here, oops, not there, sorry, we'll put here like this. And so I can now add a plot there. So what I'll do is I'll go ... and we'll put here t max, that's what it is. And that's both of our x-coordinates, so we're going to put a line right there, t max, and then we're going to make it go from -1 to 2. And let's see how that looks. And there's another line there. So, you know, if I wanted to format it nicely, I could use this sort of notation, but I'll also use a set command because it allows me to do a couple of settings all in one. So we'll put set data 3, so that's the third line now, since it's here. This will be the third element of data, and we'll set the line style, and we'll make the color match the second line. So I'll put here we're getting the color from the second line. We'll run this, and you see now I've made it match. So I'll unsuppress this line 15 just so you can see what I'm talking about here. You'll see that data is a 3 by 1 line array, and you can look at the different lines. So like data 1, it has all these properties. It has a color, line style, solid, line width 2, all of that. And then line data 2 is one line. You can see the x data, the y data. And then data 3 is another line. We'll also just do this briefly for the minimum, right? And I knew that, but I could also type help min, and it'll give me the same kind of output here, tell me how to use it. This is the version of min we're using right there. And let's put in the markers for the minimum value also. So I'll add to this data command, or this plot command. And since I've just added something, it's worth making it run. Just checking. Hey, there I have a new line. And let's put in the vertical marker. And I realized I didn't calculate this t-min yet, so let's do this. Let's run it, see how it goes. Okay, I don't need to see the lines anymore, like right data equals line, whatever. Make that go away. I'm going to suppress this data 2. Okay, so now I've got my 2 lines. Okay, so let's also set the line properties for our new lines to be like what we did with data 2. Actually, that should be 4 through 5. And then we're going to set line 5 so that it matches the color of line 4. Okay, so we've marked the minimum and the maximum of this data. We've done a little data analysis and plotting and visualization. Hope you found that helpful. Please subscribe to the channel, like the videos. Have a great day.